going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. Another day, another injury, and this one is absolutely gutting, man. It really is. Look, we all feared the worst, didn't we, when Xavi went down? Well, to be honest, when he went down, I thought he was just doing his old Xavi thing, being on the ground, and it did come to light very quickly that it was a serious injury. A lot of people coming online saying it's an ACL, it's an ACL. Well, it is an ACL. And Spurs confirmed it last night, and this is what they said on social media. We can confirm Javi Simmons has ruptured the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee. The 23-year-old suffered the injury during the second half of our Premier League fixture at Wolverhampton on Saturday. Javi will undergo surgery in the coming weeks, and following that, we'll begin his rehabilitation with our medical team. Everyone at Tottenham sends Javi our love and support. We'll be with him every step of the way. And he's also put a statement online as well, saying that they say life can be cruel, and today it feels that way. My season has come to an abrupt end, and I'm just trying to process it. Honestly, I'm heartbroken. None of it makes sense. All I've wanted to do is fight for my team, and now that ability has been snatched away from me, along with the World Cup, representing my country this summer, just gone. It'll take time to find peace with this, but I'll continue to be the best teammate I can be. I have no doubt that together we'll win this fight. I'll walk the path now, guided by faith, with strength and resilience, with belief as I count down the days of getting back out there. Be patient with me. Trust the process. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, man, it's absolutely gutting because, not just for him, for us, for everyone. He was, obviously had a brilliant performance against Brighton, got that assist, got that goal, and you thought, he could be that hero from now to the end of the season to really save us from relegation. As long, he's not going to be at the World Cup as well, which is absolutely gutting for him. He could have played a big part for the Netherlands. It's just gutting, man. The whole thing is just absolutely gutting. It's just one thing after another, isn't it? Like, how many ACLs have we had in the past year or two? This season alone, Maddison's done it, Odebear's done it, Javi Simmons, Dragoshin last season, Bentancur the year before. I mean, it's just like never ending. It really is.
Perisic. It's brutal, absolutely brutal, the injuries that we are now undergoing at this football club. Like, how is any sort of club supposed to compete with, and move forward with these kind of injuries consistently happening and such kind of long-term, like the most brutal injuries you can have, and we're consistently getting them year after year, unbelievable number. In terms of Xavi, I feel so bad for him. Obviously, we all wish him a speedy recovery. I really hope all goes well. We have seen players his age, have ACLs. We saw Wirtz have one. We've seen players come back from ACLs who've had it early in their career. So hopefully it doesn't hamper him too much for the future. But similar to Odebear, where it just looked like he was getting it running ahead of steam. It just looked like things were clicking for him. And then he did that ACL against Aston Villa in the FA Cup. Same with Xavi. He just had that great performance against Brighton. Looked like he was potentially going to be our talisman for the last few games of the season. If we were going to have a chance of staying up, everyone was saying it relies on Xavi providing those moments of magic. And now even he has gone down with an ACL. And it's not, as we said, it's not even like an injury that rules him out to the end of the season. It rules him out for 9 months, maybe even more. Absolutely cruel. It's so cruel on him, and it's going to take a lot of toll on him physically and mentally. We've seen that with a lot of players who've picked up that injury. So wish him all the best. I hope he stays strong. I hope he gets all the right support, because it's going to be a long journey ahead of him to get back to full fitness. And we've seen it with Maddison. He did it back in July, a long time ago. He's still only just coming back from it now. It is a brutal injury, and I really hope he's doing okay. I really hope, he gets through it unscathed. But in terms of how this affects us, I mean, it's just a body blow. I was saying after the Sunderland game, Romero, his injury, that's one of the final nails in our coffin. And then since then, we've had a doggy injury. Solanke's gone down with a muscle injury. Let's hope he's not too long. And now Simmons is out for the rest of the season. I mean, how much more can we take? without that being the reason that we're going down. You know what I mean? Like, how much more can this squad suffer before, you know, it's breaking point? We're past breaking point, aren't we?
Look, you said it was a body blow and it was a season definer that Romero got injured, but the reality is, since that Romero injury, we've probably picked up more points than we have in the previous 3 months. So I think this Xavi one is a real blow. This is a much bigger blow for me than Cuti Romero, just because of what he brings to this team in terms of attacking output. We've got no one that can provide what Javi Simmons can provide. And yeah, I get it, you know, with Romero's passing out the back and stuff, but we need players with X factor in that forward line. And no one else has it. Nobody else can do what Javi did for us against Brighton. There's nobody in the squad that can do that. So we were finding it hard to score goals with Javi in the team. We're going to find it nigh on impossible to score goals without Javi in the team. The stats speak for itself as well in terms of when Javi has played, when Javi hasn't played, in terms of what games we've won and games we've lost. I don't have we even won a game without Javi in the Premier League this season, starting.
Well, before he came, we won a couple, didn't we? Rather than that.
I'm talking about since he's joined. I don't know if we have.
Not off the top of my head.
It's
Maybe
madness.
Palace away? Was he playing in that game?
It's just mad. The whole thing is just madness. Like, how can this club get so many ACL injuries? It's unheard of. It really is unheard of. 3 in 1 season is like incomprehensible.
I think there was a study done, and I think teams in the Premier League average like 2 a decade. Like every 10 years they get 2. We're getting 2 every few months. It's utter lunacy. It's craziness. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of blame people want to throw around, and we'll get into why we think maybe it's happening, but the bare fact of it is happening is utterly ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous situation. And how are you supposed to plan for the future? How are you supposed to compete against, you know, teams in the Premier League, where it's the most competitive league right now, with every team, whether they got lots of money or whatever, every team is well run, well organised, have good quality players, and all your best players are consistently going down, not just for a few weeks, but years at this point. You know, we're missing season upon season. Our best players are missing due to long-term injuries. I mean, what are you supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with that situation?
And it's hampering us more than ever. You know, we finished 17th last season, and whatever anyone wants to say about the manager, about the tactics, about this or about that, injuries were the biggest thing that hampered us last season. And this season as well. Whatever you want to say about the manager, whatever you want to say about this, whatever you want to say about that, injuries are the biggest thing that are hampering us this season. I'm telling you, if we didn't have this massive injury crisis, we would not be where we are, regardless of Thomas Frank, Igor Tudor, or anything. So it's madness. You can just see it here on this graph. Yeah, just if you just make that big on full screen, just look how many injuries there are. Like, I've never seen that anything like that before.
More red than green.
It's mad.
It's insanity.
It's like, how many players there actually have just not had an injury this season?
Van der Ven, it seems, 1.
Matisse Tell.
Xavi up until now.
Tell
and Van der Ven.
That's it.
And Kinski.
How mad is that? 3 players have stayed injury-free all season for us. That's it. 3 players.
And what's crazy is the players who've like been the most injury-free. You're looking at Richarlison, who's missed like 5 games, which is very rare for him, and Van der Ven. Those were 2 players who were known to be injury-prone in previous seasons.
Yeah.
And they've been relatively injury-free this season.
And you look at Manuel Solomon. He got injured the first 2 games of the season just off the back of us loaning him out, and he stayed injury-free the whole season. You know, we couldn't get him fit at all at Spurs.
Yep.
And you've got players, Sessegnon as well, and you've got players that barely had an injury before they joined Spurs. As soon as they joined Spurs, they're injury ravaged.
Correct.
It's just mental. It's just mental. Look at this. If you go to the next one, this is our squad pretty much now for the final 4 games of the season. Maybe out of those, a Doggy's going to be back, but the rest of them are pretty much out for the rest of the season. Potentially Maddison maybe for the last couple of games, but this is it. This is what we got to go with. And out of these players, It's nuts. You know what I mean? We got 3 players in the forward line for the last 4 games, so no changes off the bench.
Gallagher's not even
like
a 10, and they put him in the 10.
Yeah.
He's not even a 10.
They were shoehorning him in there. So it's like, how are we supposed to win games with this?
It's insanity. I don't know. We're going to have to find something. You look at that front line, how, like, Rishi's been scoring, but Tell and Moani just haven't been scoring goals. Gallagher's not really a 10. Like, that forward line has just been absolutely decimated. Absolutely decimated. It's a incredible situation. I mean, it's how much more can we take? And, like, at the moment, as we've said, since De Zerbi's come in, we've had, I think, 6 injuries already since De Zerbi's come in. You've got Romero, Udogie, even Vicario was only announced when De Zerbi came. Well, his first game he missed was De Zerbi's first game. Sarr got injured, Kudus, now Xavi, Solanke. That's just in the last 3 weeks. It's insane. How are you supposed to cope with all these players going down? I don't understand how any team's expected to cope with such adversity. It's insane. We're gonna have to turn to maybe the academy or something. We're gonna have to find our Makeda, our Rooney, our Rashford, our
Tylen Thompson.
We're gonna have to try something, because at this point in time, we're at a loss. We are at the very bottom of the barrel right now in trying to find players who can just play in the forward line.
I'm surprised if we name a bench next week of just a vibes bench of Romero, Simmons,
why not?
Madison, Kulusevski, Solanke.
And it doesn't matter if they're available.
You know what I mean? We're just going to Kudus, put them all on the bench just for vibes next week. It's mad. If you look at this next tweet from BLTHFC, this is just Spurs' attacking options this season. Solanke's missed 5 months of the season. Richarlison 6 weeks. Kudus 5 months and counting. Odegaard 3 months and counting. Tell stayed fit the whole season. Javi now with a 9-month plus injury. Madison 9 months out and counting. Kulusevski 12 months out and counting. And Moani's been out for 6 weeks this season, who, by the way, never had an injury before he joined Spurs.
Yeah. And it's so brutal when it comes to specifically the number 10 position. We've both had Madison and Decky out for now, over a year, or nearly a year for Madison. And as soon as we get Madison back, we get Xavi. So we were just thinking about the potential of Xavi and Madison playing together, just the thought of it. Now you think, are they ever going to play together?
Yeah.
Because who knows what the future holds for both of these players. But, there's even more consequences from Tottenham's point of view, just financially, in terms of Xavi now isn't going to get a move, probably in the summer. We know Madison's. We don't know what's going to go with Madison and Decky, but I understand even if we go down there, wages get cut, but that's still a hefty wage. I think Xavi's up there with one of our highest earners, or our highest earner at 195 grand a week. Madison's at 170. Decky's on like 120. Even if you halve it, those are still significant wages we're paying to players who aren't even going to play, or Madison's hopefully will, but Xavi's not going to be playing next season. So it even
he'll come back hopefully for the second half of the season.
We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, hopefully February time. Well, I'm trying to think. Dragoshin, he went down in February, and he played his first game when?
Dragoshin played his first game. What was it? A couple of months ago.
What was his first? Was it Euro? Was it Champions League? No. What was his first game? His first game
was the Burnley game in January.
Burnley. So yeah, even then, when was his first start?
His first start was Man City in February.
So it took him a year to get a start. He played 5 minutes at Palace. His first squad was in December, but he didn't. 5 minutes, and then his first serious minutes was Man City. So that took him a year just to play. So that's how long it could take, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hopefully, in the best case scenario, everything going swimmingly, he can be back February time. But the likelihood is it could take to March or April again to get playing.
Yeah. Oh, it's just
and the burden. The point is, the burden. If we go down, the burden that's going to put on us financially, on top of everything, is another horrible situation. We've got so many players who are injured who are going to have to stay because no one going to spend the money on them right now.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
we're not even going to use them. It's a ridiculous situation.
Yeah, absolutely gutting, but there's nothing we can do about it. We just got to move on and hope for the best, but things are looking more and more bleak as the days pass, basically. That's where we're at right now.
How many more injuries are we going to pick up between now and the season? Because we're just dropping like flies at the moment.
Yeah, and have been all season.
Yeah.
And have been all season. I think there was a stat I think we read out a few days ago. Since 2023, we've not gone 2 weeks without an injury. Like, how is that sustainable?
And it always seems to be our most important players. I mean, everyone's picked up an injury, as you say, but in terms of like the really serious ones, it's always every time it's our most important player that's going down with a serious injury. It's keep him out. Just as every player who seems like, okay, we can rely on these players, they're going to be the turning point, they go down with a serious injury. It's insane. It's insane the luck or wherever you have it that's going against us right now. And with our fight to stay in this league, we keep saying it, whatever can go wrong is going wrong. And this is another example of it. This is just another nail in the coffin for us. I mean, at this point, you were expecting us to go on a run, or we have to win 2 or 3 games between now and the end of the season to stay up. And how do we compete in these circumstances? We're just going to have to find a way. I mean, De Zerbi is going to have to be performing absolute miracles to keep us up from this situation.
I think if he keeps us up now, it is a miracle. It's a complete miracle if we stay up with the players that we have at our disposal. Because the players we have at our disposal, if we had this team for a whole season, we'd go down anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are we dealing with here? We're dealing with a relegation team, relegation quality, relegation everything. So everything is pointing towards relegation. Like I said after the game that I'm more convinced that we're going down, and it wasn't because of, we just won a game. You'd think you'd be more positive about staying up. Before the game and last couple of weeks, I've been saying, yeah, we're staying up. But these injuries are too much. It's not sustainable. It's going to take a complete miracle for Spurs to stay in this division now.